Good morning, guys. 22nd today. We had started a beautiful morning here, and right now, according to my trusted little thing here, it's got looks like about 26, 27 Celsius, and it's saying around 74 degrees Fahrenheit. It's not very breezy. It's nice. Last night at about 11:30 it started, lasted for an hour and a half. We had one heck of a rain. See the cars all wet. It really poured hard. None of the rain got in there. It just was a straight down rain. Kind of washed everything off. I'm going to have to mix up some more borax and stuff and get it around. But I don't see any ants running around. It really rained hard. Our roof, the way it started raining was just immediate, and it woke me up. I was sound asleep, woke me up. The insulation between this roof up here and our ceiling, it's just like a reverberating sound chamber. It was incredibly loud. Even when I came downstairs, it just was amazing how loud it was. We lived over in Carmona. We had hard rains like that before, and up in the upper rooms, you just didn't notice it. It was insulated. You didn't notice it. Now, when we lived in our house in GMA, it was a little bit loud because of the way that roof was done and the insulation. But it wasn't anywhere near as bad as this one. This was absolutely ridiculous. It was how loud it was, and it just almost was like an echo, and it just set the house on a frequency. Even downstairs, it just wah 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 wah. But it lasted about an hour and a half, and we needed a good rain. We definitely needed a good rain. I'm surprised during that time was, even though it was loud in the house, there was no roosters crowing. They're up and at it this morning again. But we needed the rain. I'm going to have to get off here, wipe the car down, at least get some dirt off, get a rag, and maybe clean it up today, get the kids to help. But this weather here is just really nice. But it amazed me last night when I came down that the air was so still with the way the rain was coming straight down. We got most things covered up, and the washing machine and stuff, and everything stayed pretty dry. It didn't really get a lot of water back there the way it was coming down. So the way that roof covered things, it just didn't really pour down here. Well, we do got some ants here this morning. I'm going to have to take care of these guys. These are smaller red ones. I'll make them some nice yummy breakfast here pretty soon. But we're not going to do too much today. There's our buddies over there. I'm going to talk to him about cleaning up this glass across the street today. But kids are still sleeping. It's already 7. I think it's because everybody was kind of up for this. Everybody was up for that rain last night, and even I got up later than normal. I didn't get up till around 5 or so because I missed an hour or so of sleep. Just honestly, guys, couldn't sleep through that. It was like a freight train going through. So that's something else. Whenever you get a house built here, try to get some insulation in on that, because these are all steel roofs here, and I didn't even think of that when it comes to the house, because in the first house it wasn't so bad the way they had the ceiling, and then I had a buddy who had a house that had no ceiling when it rained. The roof was angled enough it wasn't too bad. Plus, it was a real thick corrugated type metal on his, and it just wasn't too bad. And then when he put his drop ceilings in with nice lightings and fixed his house all up, it was pretty quiet. In the heavy rain, it was not too bad. So I didn't even think about it. I wished I would have. I wished I would have thought of that. They should definitely offer that when they're selling the house. these people build, this is what they do for a living. You think they would want to offer things like this, but I guess maybe that's saying, oh, well, if we don't take it, the house is bad or something. I don't know. Maybe that's why they do it, or maybe they just, they just don't care. I'm not sure about it, but do when you're building a house, make sure you insulate. Make sure you insulate your attic for the sound, because it was so funny. My wife, when it started raining, I popped up immediately, and my wife popped up too. And she come down and put the plastic. She put all this plastic here to try to keep this stuff dry, but didn't really rain, didn't really get wet. So imagine if the wind was blowing, but the prevailing wind here, I don't think this area is going to get too wet here. I really don't, because the wind's always coming from where the sun rises, like a southeasterly direction, always, even though we're not getting any breeze at all right now. And I can tell you today, just from being in the sun, it's going to be a pretty warm day. Plus, with all the wet, it's probably going to get a little steamy today. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I got an old Tatai over there. He's starting his day today. Have to get him some coffee made, and we had him over. Little Moo kind of likes him. He always hangs around Tatai when he comes over and sits and have a coffee and some cake or something with us. Faye usually gives him something good to eat too, and little Moo always teases him, how comes you don't have teeth? But that's pretty good. But I can truly believe that this grass is really going to take off now, because we hadn't had rain for quite a while, and now we got rain. We got some rain. It's going to just grow. Forgot to tell you too, the little kitties made their way out of the drain. The mama kitty's she's getting a little bit not as afraid of us, but last night they hang around here in the grass and stuff, or in those blocks over there, but they came over and stayed in here underneath the plastic to get out of the rain. This morning when I got up early, when I first turned the light on, little mama she was sleeping here. I'm going to have to cover this, so I hope she don't dig her claws in it. But yeah, she's really ready to pop. She's going to pop some more kittens out. And this first batch isn't that big, but I hope we don't have a big thing of cats running around. But I don't know. They were actually born here. We came to look at the house before it was completed, and they were born right and living in a box in that bathroom. So they kind of think this is home. That's why they hang around here, I guess. She was going way down to the corner and hunting down there, and now she's back up here. But I don't mind her. I'm not going to feed her. I hope people don't start feeding her, because right now she is, every time I see her, she's got a mouse in her mouth. She's catching the mice out of the fields. I actually got to watch her catch one. It was pretty cool. She was sitting over here, over on the other side of the road there, and I saw something moving. I went, what the heck's that? What the heck is that? And I looked real close, and I could see it was her, so I just kept watching. I'm watching. All of a sudden, she just jumped like crazy, and a little bit later, she come out of there with a mouse in her mouth. I was like, whoa, she's a hunter, and that's, I don't mind that. I don't mind her being around here if that's what she's going to do. But that male, there's a blonde and white male that's coming through here, and he's the one. He poops right in the street, and boy, we don't need a whole nest of kitties all around. They were in that sewer, and I closed up the lid so they couldn't get through there. So they finally came out. They came out the sewer right here on the corner. These sewers aren't connected through the septic, which they shouldn't be. I'm glad they're not. They just go right into these storm drains. But it handled the water when I was taking my walk. There was a lot of water last night. The sewers handled the water really well. I wasn't out in the rain, but coming out this morning, you could see. Now, some of them got a whole bunch of debris, was plugging them up, and there was a little bit of water in there. I think I'll probably go over there this morning and pull some of that stuff out. Maybe Tata and his boy can give a hand. But mostly the sewers took it all out of here. I didn't go look over at the wall where the drainage part of it is to see how that went, but I want to look at that upper wall up there where that sheer cliff is, because the pipes just come straight out of that wall. I don't know how much erosion that would cause, but we will see. But that's just our starting of our morning. I'm going to get the kids something good to eat here. Everybody's still sleeping except me. That rain kind of discombobulated our schedule. That's a highly technical term. So you guys all take it easy, and don't forget to pray for each other. And this is Rick Shaw out.